Hi guys, thank you for allowing me a break. Um, it wasn't so much a break, I was just out of town and busy um, helping my kid be with a ring bearer in a wedding. It was absolutely beautiful. It was in the mountains. It was so beautiful. Um, and it wasn't not what I expected, but it was amazing overall. But it was just interesting. Like, this kid could not have been better in the car. I mean, I just don't, he amazes me because I didn't know. I mean, we haven't had a long trip. I don't know that yes, we have. When he was little, we drove to Missouri. We did it in 2 days one time. Um, but, and the trip to see his grandparents is like 5 hours. So it's not his first time taking road trips, but, it was one of those, like, today, all these emotions started coming up right before I got on here, and we have this King of Wands reversed. So I do feel like there's energy what I'm getting is that there's people that are applauding you right now, that are like on your side, that are seeing you take all of this on and be so independent and are proud of you. And then there's this other energy that's like trying to pull you back down and trying to like pull on your like vulnerability. Like, for me today, it was like I literally was like crying before I came on here, and I was just like, I literally was like asking, because typically I know why I'm upset, but it was out of nowhere. And it was like, and then earlier too, like this feeling of just like, not like I'm not in a place of like desperation, like I'm like, oh, I gotta have a break. It was just like it took so much focus and so much for me to take a vacation, that that was technically a vacation, but it was like I was there with Teddy the whole time, and I was, responsible for him and getting him ready and all of these things. And so and it was beautiful and it was awesome, but it was just one of those, like, I realized when we got back, I'm like, it's one of those, like, I need a vacation from the vacation type of thing. Like, I need a break now. Because anyway, it was not that atypical from our regular life. But and I recognize that I had some people come up to me and like were so really kind and like glad that we came, and like that, and like we're just very gracious and loving. And then also I noticed that there was this like general, like, she's got this type of thing. Like I feel like, and there's still times where I feel like because I'm on my own, and I'm a mom, and a single mom, and because Teddy has behaviors and these different things, I feel like there's been a lot of times where people try to like butt in. And that actually did happen with this lady there who I didn't know, and it caused this big like ruckus, and I had to be like, back off, because my kid needs space right now. And I was like, I know, like, I'm with him, I know what he needs right now. And it made him like upset and stuff like that, and then he got over it and it was fine. But it was like those are the type of things that, like, I've experienced so many times. And it's just part of it. It's like that's what's kind of coming through right now, is it's like there's this energy that you're giving off. Like, we have the Queen of Pentacles. We have three like main character, like three power players out here, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. So it's like you're standing here in your stability, but they're trying to throw this like, trying to make it look like you're this Nine of Pentacles reversed. You might be feeling like lonely. Okay, so that's the other thing, is that it's giving this feeling. It's like you might be getting like memories, or like you're like looking at it, you're like, visualizing or like recognizing, thank you, that like you're doing so much on your own and it's giving you this feeling, because it is lonely sometimes. And that's what's so hard. There are all these, and I wanted to acknowledge that, like, there are so many moments that are so difficult about this journey, because it requires so much discernment, because it even, and I mean this with like the most as much understanding and compassion as possible, because even if you are trying to do things on your own and ascend and grow, we still have this part of us that wants control, and we have fear that we're always having to move through. So it's like we all have that part of us that's like just wants to exercise control on people sometimes, even if it's devilish. So I'm understanding of it, but nonetheless, it is very hard, when you are doing everything on your own, and you would like to have support sometimes, but you don't want it to be an unhealthy attachment, so, you truly have to like trust that inner voice. And I say that now, but like I speak that, I'm like, I trust in the journey. I trust you. I trust in the process. Like I'm my higher self, like I trust, because it's like, I don't think that stops. I don't think it stops. It's like people want to pull on your energy, or that people want to like knock you down, or, and I'm sure that we will at some point attract a partner or our tribe and have those people around us. But until that point, you have to keep getting back up and doing it on your own. And there's no one around to talk to about these things that you move through. Okay. You're being given this sort of truth, I think, because maybe you're having to move through a lot emotionally right now, or just you have a lot. You're getting that you're moving through a moment maybe of like feeling this weight on your shoulders. You're like, okay, like I need a little bit of a break. And there, like I got into a couple of like overthinking moments of like trying to like map things out, plan it out, and I was like, no, release, like. So, they're giving that notion of like, just try to relax. Remember that you are this Queen of Pentacles. You are stable. We even have the Queen of Swords on the bottom, that you're like, you've gained a lot of strength in using your discernment, and you're standing as this Seven of Wands. You're feeling maybe a lack of strength, and then you've got everyone's watching. I'm getting that feeling too, like everybody's watching, because that was what happened to me yesterday before I left. Is it was like a couple of people were like really almost like overly like what are the words, like giving me like kudos and like glad that I came and brought Teddy, and they made like a big deal about that. And it was weird. It was a little bit strange to me, because I was like, okay, like I just wanted to be here with him and like help out and like let him, all of that. And it was like it just struck me as like it struck me as both like kind and considerate, but also a little bit like, okay, it's not, thank you, but it's not necessary. Like, are you gonna say all that? Like, it's like, so it's like, that's to me how it feels so much, is it's like, it feels like it's always this, like, this feedback loop, or like you're always getting reminded that it's kind of, you're sticking out type of thing. Like you're standing out here on your own, and it's noticed. And so it's like, you get the mix of like people who are like curious and like, are like, what's up with this one, or they want to like take from your energy, or they're like admiring it and appreciating it, or giving you positive feedback. All right, so we've got some strong power players out here, though. We've got the Emperor and the King of Swords. So you're standing in a very powerful position, which I'm sure is why all of this is going on. They're definitely saying to keep using your discernment. Don't worry about the people watching, and you can't do anything about that. And I got the note before I came on here, is they're like, your job above all else, like, I guess they didn't say above all else, but I kind of took it that way, is like keeping that temperance, like keeping that balance. Or it's like, to me, that's really what happens if you're choosing this path and you're choosing growth. Is it's like, it's just staying balanced and trying to stay centered as much as possible, because we don't have control over what other people are going to do, how people are going to react. Like, you don't have control over like when things come into your reality. Like you want to manifest certain things, but it's divine time. Like everything you're like giving, you're like, to me, it's like you're surrendering that control to everything being divine timing. And that in itself is immensely, like, there's moments where it's just like you're just surrendered and it's beautiful, and there's moments where it's like it's hard. Like I said, I got stuck in overthinking earlier. Like, and I, like, the trip, like, I'm like got dehydrated a little bit, and it was like, and I even had this moment. I wasn't going to share this on here, but I'll just speak it. And that I was like, we were in a hotel, and Teddy did get we were busy, but like he did get some screen time, and I was like, well, I could just go down bring him down to the fitness center and go for a run. And I was like, I kind of like I went back and forth about it, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I want to just like us stay in the room. And like, I did do some weights, but it was like, I missed so much that I missed being able to have more time for myself and have more time to do the things that I used to love doing, and then I missed. But then I was also like, the other part of me is like, I also don't want to fall back into like bad habits with all of that, because I used to be so addicted, and I really have to exercise like self-control and balance when it comes to like eating and exercise and stuff. So there's been a lot going on. It feels like since everything went direct, because I feel like everything's moving, we're like moving faster kind of, or you're just like the focus is like there. And so it's kind of like all these other things are really trying to like, it feels like a pinball machine that's like trying to like see what can happen if I like bump up against you type of thing. Like, that's how the energy feels. But at the same time, you're like, you're standing in this Queen of Pentacles position, or this Emperor position, and you're focused in. So that's kind of there, just reiterating to be proud of yourself. Like, give yourself that kudos that you need if you're not getting it from your surroundings. And don't worry about whatever is being thrown at you, because that's the game that we're playing. And keep focused on where it is that you're headed. Yeah. Okay. I love you guys. My email is just for booking personal readings. You're doing an amazing job. Give yourself credit. And they said make sure you nurture yourself too. That was the other note that I got. We're at 13 minutes, so I'm gonna stop there. All right.